Yo, Flight Fam, I'm excited for you to watch this video. It's been a year since I released Grocery Shopping for an Aesthetic Physique, my long form guide on grocery shopping that I just decided to put on the YouTube channel because I know most of y'all don't even read anyway, all right? So watch the entire video. You'll get my entire system on grocery shopping online or in person. And if you want to apply for one-on-one coaching, we're actually closed until the first week of October. But if you DM me on Instagram, I'll send you not only the Grocery Shopping for an Aesthetic Physique full in-depth guide, the 73-page guide. I'm going to send you the full 73-page guide on grocery shopping. And if you'd like to apply for one-on-one coaching, I'll send you the waitlist application for you to sign up for. Once we open back up, I'll send you the entire waitlist email when we open back up the first week of October. So with that being said, guys, watch the entire thing till the end, implement it. You will be aesthetic 3 to 6 months from now. But with that being said, let's get right into video.
Anyway, grocery shopping for an aesthetic physique. So it's the 1-year anniversary that I released this. And so I wanted to throw this up on my YouTube channel. And a lot of people said, Adam, this is the most valuable thing that I've ever seen on your channel. And so, or not on my channel, but that made. And so a lot of people liked it. Here's what Isaiah said about it.
So much more.
There are a lot of things on here I had no idea I was doing. So the fact that you so educating people. And having the questions in there, the overall plan to make that, you know, this is taking questionnaire all high value. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to the things that I would do to your plan.
Isaiah's a great guy, so shout out to him. But yeah, pretty much by the end of our time here, my outcome is that you understand the entire process of how to grocery shop to get an aesthetic physique, like the title. Contrary to gym culture, nutrition is about 80 to 90% of your results. This book will solve the grocery shopping side from A to Z. So I'm looking forward to really diving into this. Chapters are designed to help you master grocery shopping so that you may get closer to that dream physique you're pushing towards, okay? And a lot of people ask me, yo, Adam, you're giving all this value away. You're giving all this value away. I got a comment from this video right here. He says the fact that this is free is crazy. He goes, the fact that this is free is crazy, heavily underrated. I definitely recommend this video, by the way. This will get you 100% clear as day on how to structure your fitness plan. So today I'm going to give you the grocery shopping book. And in this video, check this out. This is an entire strength training plan for you to get down to 12% body fat. And a lot of people ask me, Adam, why do you give away all this value? Like, why do you give away all this value for free? And you guys have to understand something. I'm not here to sell you a weight loss program like every single guru on the internet. Okay, like everything you need on the Full Body YouTube channel, okay? But look, by all means, if you need help, if you need guidance, if you need one-on-one implementation, if you need a structured game plan based off of your life specifically, then by all means, book in a call in the description and you'll pretty much see everything about what we do at Full Body Flight, how we help. But I'm not here to sell you a program or anything like that. So that's one thing right there you should know. I really want to help you guys succeed right there. Anyway, so this isn't medical advice. You guys should already know that. This is definitely not medical advice. But yeah, so over the past year of running my company, I have helped probably 100 people chip away on their aesthetic body goals. And I'm working with entrepreneurs, desk pros, and lawyers on the Full Body program. There's a lot more people that are on the Full Body program, but it's primarily right now just like entrepreneurs, work from home type people right there. Average client loses just under shy of 8 pounds in 4 weeks. And this is common. This is really common with a lot of us. We're very busy, okay? But if you use the excuse, I'm too busy to work out, I'm too busy to prioritize, first and foremost, it only takes about 3 days max to get in shape, have a solid fitness plan, 3 days a week. no more than 30 minutes. Okay, that's 90 minutes per week. If you're saying I don't have 90 minutes per week to work out, I got bad news for you, okay? Here I have average salaries by age in 2024, okay? So you're 24, you start making okay money, right? 39K a year, and you start making a lot more money once you get 25 to 34 because, you know, you graduate college and stuff like that. So you jump up to 56K. All right, good for you, 56K. Then you get to 35 to 44, you get to 67K, right? Because you got that tenure. Congratulations, cool, great, 67K. But what happens after 45? 45 to 54 creeps in. You start to, you know, slow down a little bit, and studies show that income flatlines and actually goes down after age 45. Okay, why is that? Why does it go down to 64 then to 54K, right? Why does your income pretty much on average go down after 44 years old? Do not tell me your health doesn't play a key role. 73% of Americans, about 67% of Americans are overweight or obese, okay? Don't tell me that this doesn't have an impact. Health is a direct correlation. If you're saying, yo, I don't have time to, you know, work out, you're literally sabotaging your financial future. You're sabotaging your future. You're sabotaging just everything by not having this dialed in, guys. So you guys from 35 to 44, all right? I really want you to watch my videos. I really want you to take this seriously, bro. Like, start taking this seriously, man. Right? Not only for yourself, but for your kids, for your wife, just for your entire family. Okay. So, you know, just some client results right here. Nothing too crazy. If you want to see more client results, you can go to my Instagram. But this is to help you in your in-person grocery store, and then also your online grocery store, right? So preparing for success. So setting goals is important. Setting high goals for weight loss, like, hey, if you're 100 pounds overweight, say I want to lose 100 pounds, okay? And put a plan together to lose that efficiently and be logical. What's important is that you be logical about what you're actually capable in your day, okay? What I mean by that is, okay, so if you've never gone on a weight loss journey in your entire life and you're thinking, hey, I'm just gonna crash diet, do keto, or do like all whole foods, I'm only gonna eat whole foods, when you've never done that in your entire life, yeah, just strongly recommend against that. Trust me. I mean, you can look at our client results. Posted this on Instagram today. Trust me right here. Just look at client results. Posted this on Instagram today. 10 pounds in 2 weeks, eating whatever she wanted. All of these testimonials, no food restrictions. We don't do that when you come into the Take Flight coaching program. We teach you how to eat however you want, right? The 10 pounds in 2 weeks, her first 2 weeks in the program, 31% body fat to down to 24% body fat in 50 days for a PCOS client, a client with PCOS. And I actually made a video about that on the channel. It's quite a while down, but she actually went from 31% body fat down to 24% body fat, and she has PCOS. So that was great for her. 77 pounds in 14 months for Caleb. Owen's looking aesthetic right here. Dad bod came into the program. Now he's looking aesthetic 13 weeks later. 40% body fat down to 14% body fat. You see Sunil right here. Sunil had crazy results. 14 pounds in 8 weeks, 22 pounds in 12 weeks. Just to show a few client results right there. But yeah, set goals, okay? And understand what you're going to need, okay? Understand that there's going to be times that you're not going to want to do this thing, right? So it's extremely important for you to be logical about what you're actually capable of and who you're going to seek advice from, who you're going to seek help from, okay? Because it's all about your environment. If your environment is not optimized, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be 10 times tougher for you to hit your goals if your environment is not dialed in. If you're not in a good environment where people support you, trust me, you might not hit your goal, okay? You need a good environment where people are pushing you and people who are encouraging you, okay? That's extremely important right there. And by the way, guys, you should read left to right, okay? But pretty much in order to get an aesthetic physique, we have to obtain the necessary nutrients required to get and maintain our summer body, okay? So most of the fitness industry will tell you to do keto or cut carbs, but in reality, you really need to just get your nutrients in. and you'll be solid. Okay, so think about it. If you all of a sudden you abandon your past eating habits and you decided to start keto, how long would you be able to stick to that before you went absolutely crazy wanting to kill yourself, right? You ever ask yourself that? A week, 2 weeks? What's that week for you? How long is that for you? Or can you actually stick to it? By all means, if you think you can stick to these crash diets, I mean, I recommend you do it. I mean, come on, life is all about experimentation. I'm just telling you what I've seen from working with a ton of clients over the past 36 months. So it's all about sustainability, okay? You gotta realize it's all about sustainability, okay? Step-by-step action plan to get your nutrients in while eating whatever you want, right? Make a list of your favorite breakfast foods, lunch foods, dinner foods, snack foods, okay? And this could also be fast food if you want. I don't care, okay? We're just trying to get you to lose weight right now. Determine what nutrients are in those foods. And you know, you could use MyFitnessPal. When I said fitness coach or app, you could use MyFitnessPal, or you could DM me for my MyFitnessPal complete guide. Totally fine. I'll send it over to you. But yeah, you need to determine what nutrients you have in those foods, right? Start your grocery list. Use one of the following apps, or you can use all. We're at Walmart, Instacart, the middleman. It's nice to get foods from the source. So like Walmart. So let's just say, you know, if they give you the wrong foods, right? Instacart is a middleman. It's going to take longer for you to sort that out versus if you just go to Walmart, right? So Walmart is a lot easier, but you could also do Whole Foods. Target has their own delivery service as well. It's in-house, right? Kroger is in-house as well. So preferably go to in-house stores, but you know, if you need to use Instacart is also quick as well. So just download the apps and see which one you vibe with, right? You got to look at the serving size, okay? Pay attention to the serving size listed on the label. A lot of times people will be like, oh, only 10 grams of sugar in the whole thing. And then they don't look at the servings per container, right? So the serving size here is 1/4 cup, okay? So which means there's 10 servings per container, which means there's 50 grams of protein, which means there's about 10 grams of sugar in it, a little bit under 10 grams of sugar, which means there's 20 grams of fiber in this. There's 180 grams of carbohydrates, so on. You get the picture, right? 70 grams of fat in here. So, and then here's the nutrients right here, right? That's how you determine how nutritiously valuable something is, right? Okay, so to get to understand that structure right there. What's interesting, guys, is people are deceived by serving size. So what I just said, you know, example, so that's servings. I already talked about that. And that was Birch Bender's pumpkin spice paleo pancake and waffle mix. It was great. I can't find it anywhere though, but a food product containing a generous amount of macro and micronutrients makes for a nutritiously valuable food choice. So I always talk about nutritiously valuable food choices. You want to look for food products that have a generous amount of macro and micronutrients, okay? So macronutrients meaning the carbs, proteins, fats, micronutrients meaning like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, stuff like that, right? So it makes for a nutritiously valuable food choice. So calories, obviously check for calorie content, check for macronutrients, check for added sugars as well. Very important. People don't look for that as well. Make sure your sugar substitute is 1 or 2, preferably 1 ingredient. So if you're gonna get stevia, a lot of times stevia will say maltodextrin stevia. Well, if you check, guys, maltodextrin, if you guys look, maltodextrin is actually higher on the glycemic index versus sugar. So it says it has a GI rating of 106 to 136, higher than table sugar, right? The glycemic index for sugar is 63. So I'm going to talk more about this in coming weeks, but this is how food companies manipulate you. They'll put maltodextrin as the first ingredient, and then they'll put sugar as a second ingredient, which means it's mainly maltodextrin, which means it's worse for you than sugar. How does that make any sense? Okay, so make sure your sugar substitute is 1, preferably 1 ingredient, right? And definitely make sure it doesn't contain maltodextrin or dextrose, right? So many sweeteners are mixed with dextrose and or maltodextrin. These synthetic sugars actually are higher on the glycemic scale than actual sugar, which is crazy. It'll cancel out the reason you're buying the sugar in the first place. Next chapter is choosing fresh and nutritious foods right here. Organic, while not essential, trans fats, get to understand BHT, soy lecithin, stuff like that. Choosing fresh and nutritious foods for chapter 3. Choosing fresh and nutritious foods, chapter 3, right? So first and foremost, we have to understand that. Whoa. There we go. First and foremost, you have to understand fruits and vegetables, okay? Explore the benefits of incorporating a variety of colorful produce into your shopping cart because of the nutrients, right? Lean proteins, learn about lean protein sources and their role in supporting weight loss, right? Whole grains, understand the importance of choosing whole grains and how they contribute to a healthy diet. But this is where you need to be specific on your situation, right? So do you have celiac disease? You don't know that, or do you know that, right? So if you can't have gluten, then you have to understand the correlation between getting to understand your personal situation, right? Very important. So fruits and vegetables, essential compounds, we all know that. They're low in calories, packed with vitamins and minerals and fiber. Here are some tips for choosing and incorporating fruits and vegetables into your grocery shopping routine, right? So get to understand variety. Aim to include a diverse range of fruits and vegetables in your diet, guys. Different colors signify different nutrients, so try to have a mix of red, orange, green, purple, and yellow produce. This ensures you get a wide array of antioxidants and phytochemicals that support overall health. Okay, so very important, guys. Load up on your fruits and vegetables. Get a solid amount every single day. It'll be very beneficial for you. Now, fresh produce is better than frozen, right? I would definitely recommend fresh produce over frozen produce any day of the week, right? Frozen fruits and vegetables are typically harvested at their peak ripeness and flash frozen, preserving their nutrients. There's still nutrients in frozen fruits, less than fresh, but there's still nutrients in frozen fruits, and they're convenient. They have a longer shelf life and can be a cost-effective alternative when certain items are out of season, okay? So get to understand that. Organic options, not essential, but you probably should buy organic fruits and vegetables, particularly for items on the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list. These are the produce items that tend to have the highest amounts of pesticide residues, okay? So get to understand the Dirty Dozen. Okay, so 12 fruits and vegetables that you might want to buy organic, okay? So strawberries, spinach, greens, kale, collard, mustard greens, peaches, pears, nectarines, apples, grapes, red and hot peppers, cherries, blueberries, and green beans, okay? And in case you didn't know, the official definition of organic is produce can be called organic if it's certified to have grown on soil that had no prohibited substance applied for 3 years prior to harvest. So that's the official definition of organic. You're welcome. And then you have lean proteins, right? Include lean proteins in your diet. Crucial for weight loss as they help build and maintain muscle mass, increase satiety, very important, and support overall metabolic health. Guys, you have to understand metabolic health. Here are some tips for choosing lean protein sources, right? Poultry, so opt for skinless chicken or turkey breasts, which are lower in fat compared to darker cuts of processed meats like sausages and deli meats, right? So you get to understand that. Remove visible fat before cooking to further reduce the fat content, right? So when you're buying chicken, oftentimes chicken is gonna have excess fat. So if you just chop the fat off, then you'll be good, right? You'll be fine. And you'll get a lot of protein that way. So I highly recommend that. Fish and seafood. Fish like salmon, trout, sardines, they're very rich in omega-3 fatty acids. And so really important to get omega-3s in your diet. I recommend getting fish oil supplements, but they have a lot of health benefits, okay? They have health benefits. Choose leaner fish options and prepare them by grilling, baking, or steaming to avoid adding excess fats, okay? So fish and seafood, very important in your diet. Okay, so next is legumes, right? Legumes are very important. So legumes like lentils, beans, and chickpeas, excellent plant-based protein sources. They're budget-friendly and high in fiber, very high in fiber. Actually, I have some right now, right? Shout out to Simple Truth Organic sprouted grain legume bread, guys. So great option. It's got only 90 calories per slice, less than a half gram of fat per slice, and 11 grams of net carbs. You cannot go wrong. 11 grams of net carbs, 4 grams of fiber, not actually 10 grams of net carbs, sorry, 4 grams of fiber, 0 grams of added sugar, 5 grams of protein. So this is, if anything's nutritiously valuable, it's this shit right here. But yeah, 90 calories, 10 grams of net carbs, 4 grams of dietary fiber, 5 grams of protein. And you want to aim for satiety in foods because they will undoubtedly make you full and less hungry. So Highly recommend this type of bread right here. And, you know, if you follow a vegetarian or a vegan diet, get these keys into your diet. So tofu, tempeh, seitan, or organic plant-based protein powders, right? The ones with the fewest ingredients are the ones I would recommend. Okay, so plant-based. Want to be victorious on vegan, add these to your shopping list, right? So whole grains, right? Oh shit. There we go. So whole grains are an important source of complex carbohydrates. Okay, so get to understand the difference between complex carbs and simple carbs, right? So complex carbs are rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Simple carbs are not, right? Oftentimes the minerals, vitamins are bleached out, and that's why it looks white. Correct? Simple. Those are simple carbs. But complex carbs, it provides sustained energy, contribute to your feelings of fullness, right? Here's how to choose the right whole grains. Before I get into that, understand, okay, your body type. Understand what your sensitivities are. A lot of people are sensitive to gluten. In this case, you have to understand to avoid certain things, right? So get to understand that structure, guys. It's all about what works for you. So 100% whole grain or whole wheat will make sure that you're getting the full nutritional benefits of the grain, right? So if you get products like wheat, oftentimes it's not whole wheat. Oftentimes it's half simple. So you have to understand, is it whole wheat? So there's a difference between whole wheat and regular wheat. Okay, so get to understand that structure right there. Yeah, whole grains such as quinoa, right? Brown rice, whole wheat pasta, oats, barley, whole grain bread. Experiment with different grains to help your meals interesting and diverse. Keep your meals interesting and diverse, okay? Portion control, right? So elite shopping strategies, right? So shopping list essentials, create a well-planned shopping list. Super key for successful grocery shopping and weight loss, right? Here are some essentials to consider when building your list, okay? You want to include nutrient-dense foods. We already explained that, right? So foods that are gut health friendly, right? Foods that are high in vitamin E, which you'll get in an avocado. You know, we already discussed whole grains right there. So get foods that are nutritiously valuable, guys. Full go-tos to have on hand. Cinnamon, I like cinnamon in my oatmeal. Great for weight loss as well. Garlic powder, chili powder, Himalayan salt, more nutrient dense than regular salt. And then I have pepper right there. So chili powder for chili, garlic powder. Garlic is so nutritiously valuable. Oh my God. But yeah, guys, really like that. Snack options, healthy snack options are smart to have on hand when you're busy. Opt for items like fresh fruit, Greek yogurt meaning Chobani Complete. I have this with grape nuts. So nutritiously valuable, extremely nutritiously valuable to have Chobani Complete, high protein, and then grape nuts. Grape nuts are like a multivitamin, okay? That's what nobody talks about. But nobody really focuses on nutrition like we do at Full Body Flight, so makes sense, right? But yeah, guys, you have to understand ingredients, right? The ingredients on the top of the list are the ingredients that are most frequent. Ingredients at the bottom of the list are the ingredients that are least frequent, okay? So get to understand that right there, important. Greek yogurt, nuts, pre-cut veggies, very good snack options right there. Chobani Complete protein shakes, like I just showed you here, 3 grams of fiber, no added sugar, no lactose as well. It has lactase enzyme in it if you're dairy sensitive. Impulse buys though, so if you buy online, then you steer clear of this, right? But impulse buys are really important, like are really crucial for your weight loss, guys. So like if you go to shop in a store, here's maybe one point for shopping online. When you go to shop in a store, you'll see like Hershey's, you know, they'll put all the impulse buys, right? Because it emotionally affects you. It emotionally affects you. You want that Kit Kat when you see it at the front of the like, Kit Kat, oh my God. If you emotionally connect with a Kit Kat, right? I don't mean to promote any of these guys, but get to understand, guys, impulse buys, I guarantee you the person who shops online and doesn't have to deal with this loses weight quicker than the person who, you know, shops in person. But by all means, just avoid impulse buys. Understand your triggers, right? That's why I talk about this. Understand your triggers and understand what you respond to negatively and plan accordingly, right? So don't even put yourself in that situation is all I'm saying, right? So shopping when full, because, you know, when you're shopping on an empty stomach, you'll get all kinds of, you know, impulse choices. So shopping when you're hungry online is like shopping impulse buys. That's kind of the same structure as that. So just don't shop on an empty stomach, okay? And read labels. If you're tempted by a particular item, take a moment to read the nutrition label and consider whether it aligns with your weight loss goals or not, if there are healthier alternatives available. So like, it's important to have a nutritional philosophy, guys. Preach that to everybody. It's really important to have a nutritional philosophy. And a lot of times it's hard for us to give up foods that we grew up with once we realize that they might be unhealthy. But guys, it's all about improvement. It's all about becoming the best version of yourself, not only for you, but for your kids, for your wife, for your spouse. They're all looking for you to step up to the plate and become your best, your strongest, your fittest self, okay? And so once we learn new information, then okay, it's new information, let's plan accordingly, right? If you realize that even though you grew up with this food, I understand. I grew up with foods too that I've abandoned, but if it's good for your mind, if it's good for your mental, if it's good for your body, if it's good for your health, right? If it's good for your family, if it's good for your kids, make that sacrifice, let it go. Life is all about sacrifice, okay? So really guys, just understand that, okay? If not for yourself, for your kids, okay? So practice mindfulness, stay mindful of your purchasing decisions, and ask yourself if the item is truly necessary or if it aligns with your goals, right? So that's important. It's important. Shop online. So I already talked about this a little bit. Instacart, and this is what I just said. Before you say I literally just talked about this, but before you say I have willpower to not impulse buy, colors are psychological, guys. So depending on the mood you're in, you'll surely buy based off the emotion that color gives your mind at any given time, okay? So understand that, right? Nobody talks about that, but colors are psychological, okay? Another reason to do your shopping online, avoid the emotional manipulation altogether. By following the smart shopping strategies, you can avoid unnecessary purchases and prioritize nutritious, weight loss friendly foods, get you looking aesthetic for those Instagram pics on the beach, okay? So chapter 5, okay? So read food labels, shop the perimeter. I'll let you know what that means in a second. Shop the aisles with caution, shop mindfully, okay? So read food labels, very important right there. So understanding how to read food labels is essential for making informed choices while grocery shopping, right? So serving size, calories, nutrients, we already kind of discussed this earlier. It's kind of a review. But yeah, it's very important right there. Calories, nutrients, serving size, et cetera, right? So look for information on macronutrients like carbs, proteins, and fats. Aim for products that are lower in unhealthy fats like saturated and trans fats and added sugars while being higher in fiber, okay? So you really want to. So men need 40 grams of fiber while women need about 25 grams of fiber per day, right? So super important to understand fiber content. Ingredients, scan the ingredients list to understand what goes into the product. It's extremely important to read the ingredients list, guys. So read this at all times, okay? You wouldn't put the wrong oil into a car, right? So not reading the ingredients and just going off of the front picture is absolutely the worst thing you could ever do in your life, is to just go off of what it shows on the front picture, because front pictures are deceiving, right? I talk more about this in my program, but guys, color, like literally ingredients are so deceiving, okay? Or I'm sorry, not ingredients, but the front picture of any product, so deceiving, right? So understand ingredients, read all your ingredients all the time. Allergens, pay close attention to allergens and shop the perimeter. So while navigating your grocery app, it's recommended and your store, but not mandatory to focus on shopping the perimeter, right? So the freshest and least processed foods are on the perimeter, right? So like fruits and vegetables, choose fresh seasonal options to ensure you're getting the most nutrients, okay? That's important right there. Meat and poultry. Dairy and eggs, these are my favorite type of eggs. Pasture raised are the best eggs you can buy. When shopping for eggs, always opt for pasture raised eggs over cage free or free range. This is because pasture raised chickens experience a much better quality of life than free range or cage free chickens, right? So farmers, they're required to allow their chickens at least 108 square feet of outdoor space and an indoor barn for cover, right? So cage-free eggs simply mean that the chickens are not kept in cages, right? However, the barn may house several thousands of chickens to the point that the chickens get overcrowded, which doesn't seem to make a difference after all, right? So that means that cage-free, it's not necessarily you know, like, yeah, they're not in cages, but you don't know how big the barn is, right? So, you know, free range simply means the chickens are allowed a small portion of outside space. However, there is no specification on how big or small that space is, right? So there is a direct specification on how much outside space the chickens have with pasture raised eggs, which is great. Makes them the most superior eggs, right? Because there's direct specification on how much space the chickens have, which is important to know. The better quality of life the chickens have, the better quality your egg will be at the end of the day, right? So fermented foods and beverages are important. So probiotic foods, right? So probiotics like yogurt, milk. Yogurt is nothing more than milk that is fermented by lactic acid bacteria, right? So aim for plain or sugar-free yogurt, right? Here's a little hack. When it says fat-free yogurt, guys, that means it's loaded with sugar, okay? So understand that. Get yogurt that's low in sugar. My favorite yogurt option at the grocery store is Oikos Triple Yogurt, 000. Comes in vanilla, strawberry, mixed berry, peach, 90 calories, 0 grams of fat, and then no added sugar, I think, right? No added sugar, right? And then here I talk about SCOBY, talk about kombucha, stuff like that. You can read this right here. I won't go too deep into that, but this is all gut health right here. And Synergy kombucha is very important for that. Here are my favorite kombuchas. At the time of writing this, actually, yeah, I would say this is still accurate. Strawberry, oof, strawberry's so good. Lemonberry's so good as well. Peach Paradise is really good as well. But these are all gut-friendly foods. If you want to go deeper into this topic of gut health, I made another video called Gut Health for an Aesthetic Physique. It's another video on the channel. You can go watch that, and you can learn how gut health affects weight loss more in depth. But yeah, so those are gut-friendly foods, pickles as well. Shop the aisles with caution though. Shop the aisles with caution. This is my grandma Margie, rest in peace to her. But she would make us rye bread brisket sandwiches, which were just so good, right? Never forgetting the sauerkraut. But yeah, anyway, so shop the aisles with caution, right? So while the perimeter healthy whole foods is your primary focus, there are some recommended foods worth exploring, right? So here are some tips for navigating the inner aisles of the grocery store, okay? Whole grains, right? We already talked about that. Canned goods, like I was really a fan of this plant-based chili. And then I would, not because I'm vegan or anything like that, but it's because it just had great ingredients on the back. As I said, read the ingredients. But I added meat to it, right? I just added my own meat to it because the least processed you can go, the better, okay? So your taste buds will get drunk, right? This is some really good chili, great ingredients as well. Frozen foods, we already talked about that. If you want to kind of pause the screen, you can also DM me for this entire guide, guys, on Instagram. You can just DM me for it if you want it, but you can pause this as well for really good smoothie recipes, right? These are to die for, by the way. But anyway, shop mindfully, okay? So plan ahead, create a shopping list, right? We already talked about that. Don't shop hungry. And yeah, stick to your list. Stick to your list. And it's even easier if you shop online to stick to your list, right? So smart substitutions and portion control. So get to understand meal planning, nutritional balance, meal planning. It allows you to ensure that your meals are nutritiously balanced. So that's the one good thing about meal planning. However, you have to understand what works for your schedule. So if you're on the go working 100 hours per week, probably don't have time to meal plan. All right, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it realistic, right? Order pre-made meals. Our clients do that as well. They order pre-made meals from various different distributors. No problem, okay? Save your time. Not having time to meal plan is not an excuse to not be in shape, guys. I just want to let you know that. I just want to tell you that, okay? So dream big, okay? Set goals, okay? It's extremely important to believe in yourself, guys. It's extremely important to dream big and believe that you can do this. You can lose 100 pounds, okay? If you just dial in, right? If you get a mentor to help you dial in your weight, to help you make sure that you're losing 1 to 2 pounds per week, guys, you've seen the client results. You can DM me on Instagram or you can book in a call in the description. Let's get you looking aesthetic. But you have to dream big, okay? Take action towards your best self. It's extremely important. Make a grocery list, like grocery list you see right here. And then portion control. Understand portion control, okay? It's really important to look at your ingredients list, like we talked about earlier. Storage and labeling is very important. Freezing will extend the shelf life of your product, right? Also, Taking your strawberries out of the plastic container and putting it in a glass container will preserve your strawberries and other fruit as well longer. So get to understand that. You're welcome for that. But budget friendly tips, seasonal and local produce, bulk buying, stuff like that. I won't go too deep into that. Preservatives as well. We talk about that. Cost savings, encourages eating healthier habits, so stuff like that. So I won't go too deep into this, but these are all very important right there. But overall, guys, you have to understand the cost of certain decisions in your life, right? So the cost to not dial in your health right now. Look at the macro, right? So economics, I'm really happy I took that class in college, macro and microeconomics. There's a macro and a micro influence to everything, right? So in the micro, in the short term meaning, right? Okay, right? Yeah, you will save a little bit of money buying McDonald's over buying the healthiest fruit, right? You might save money right now on not hiring a health coach to dial in your weight right now. You're going to save money in the short term, but just believe in the macro, in the long term, you're going to spend so much more money down the line. Okay. So I really want you to get to understand the micro and the macro of decisions you make right now. Okay. There's a cost to everything, right? Nothing's free. Just because it's cheaper than the other option doesn't mean you have to understand there's a cost to everything. Okay. So get to understand that. But yeah, guys, online shopping, we already talked about that. And mind the expiration dates, very important as well. Storage consideration, and then the importance of macros, right? This is all in grocery shopping for an aesthetic physique. I put a bonus macro master class in that. If you want that, DM me on Instagram right there. And then, yeah, that's the end of that. If you want this full book, guys, super extremely valuable, just DM me on Instagram. Okay. And I might put a link for it as well if you want to also check that out. But yeah, just DM me on Instagram and I'll send this whole thing to you guys. It's extremely valuable. But overall, like, I want you to understand that I want you to succeed. Okay. I want you to genuinely succeed. That's what our goal with Full Body Fight is. We want you to succeed. We want you to actually get that six pack. When you book in a call in the description and speak with us, we're not going to try and sign you up for the first time. For this first call, we just want to get to know you. We want to get to know who you are and add some advice to you, right? We're not here to sign you up to something that you know nothing about, right? By all means, if you just discovered us, keep watching the content, and when you're ready, you can book a call and you'll probably become a client, okay? But that said, I just want you to understand, we're here to see you succeed. That's the reason why we give away all the secrets on our channel, right? We're here to see you succeed, but you have to understand that there's no one size fits all. You have to understand what works for your specific situation, and that's what I'm here for, right? So if you book in a call in the description, we can talk one-on-one and tell me what your traumas are, right? What you've been through. Understand, we can make a game plan for you to lose weight quicker than you would on your own, okay? So when you feel like you're ready, you can book in a call in the description. You can talk to me and my team. But if it's not the right time, by all means, keep watching our free content. If there's something I didn't cover and you have questions, by all means, hit the comment section and then DM me on Instagram, all right? I want to hear from you. I want to connect with you. I want to add value to you. With that being said, guys, we'll see you soon. And just don't forget to take flight every single day, guys, okay? I'll see you soon, okay?